What's going on, guys? Welcome to the Supah Skom show. This is episode 1.
Yeah.
It's
Word.
fucking lit. My name is DJ Superstar, and I'm here with my host, Skom Brady, in the
Yeah.
fucking building.
You're. What up? I'm in the building like ceilings and walls. You know the vibe. Yeah. Yeah.
All right, let's go ahead and introduce yourself. Let the people know who you are. Kind of give them a who, what, when, where, why type of deal.
All right, bad. Let me keep it short and sweet. I'm Skom Brady. I'm an artist. I'm the Yoda of this culture shit. You know. But I'm from New England. Well traveled though. I'm from Boston though. Mattapan, Hyde Park, stand up, what up, all that. But yeah, man, I'm an artist, man. I do this rapping, fashion, whatever. I do it all. But I'm doing this podcast thing because I got a lot to talk about. And there's a lot of bums in this thing, and I'm trying to like exile all the bums and put it on the real artists, all the real creatives, bring them in. Because it's like, entertainment been boring, content been boring. It's been the same old cycle,
Facts.
you know. You know, feel me? Like,
Of course,
I
that's
gave
why,
y'all
that's why
10
we did
years.
this.
You feel me? I gave y'all 10 years. I chilled, fell back, watched the game, waited for y'all to get on, do something, nothing.
Uh-huh.
So now me and Super got to come here and do something for y'all.
Mm-hmm.
Because these other bozos ain't doing it.
Facts.
Sorry, not sorry. You heard? Word. Tell me a little something about yourself, Super.
All right, my name's DJ Superstar. I am a former DJ, retired back in 2021 when COVID hit. Started getting into podcasting
Mm-hmm.
in like 2022. Had my own podcast show. Kind of cut that short because I had plans to move to Cali. I'm in San
Yeah.
Diego now, originally from Cambridge, Mass.
That's together.
Fucking took a little while to come out with the show because we had to figure out how to do it virtually. Skom was originally supposed to come on the first podcast with me, and we kind of left it in the air from there, and now we're here. So it's
Word.
fucking long time coming, long process. We've been talking and talking
Right.
and talking about it. Reason why I wanted to do this again: one, I loved it. I really fucked with it. Two, I feel like I've been in the game for a long time. For a long
Yo.
time.
Feel me?
Seasoned at least more than a decade. More than a
Facts.
decade already.
Facts. Facts.
A lot of people fuck with my input. They fuck with
Takes.
my takes.
Mm-hmm.
My opinions hold weight to people, and I never really
Facts.
realized that until I started doing the podcasting.
Mm-hmm.
And I really just wanted to have a platform where we could introduce creatives. Thank you so much for the bits. Really want to have a platform where we could like let creatives really get to know them and speak on their art, whatever that may be for them, whether it's music, physical art, painting, making
Right.
beats, whatever it is. And really to talk about people who are undervalued, underappreciated, and overlooked. I feel like a
100%.
problem that we have coming out of Boston is these platforms, and no disrespect to them. Shout out to everybody doing their thing, but I'm tired of seeing the same 7 artists in rotation
Dude.
on these
Bruh.
podcasts. It's driving me crazy. Like,
Bro.
how many times you gonna tell your story and I'm listening to the same story? It's boring. It's boring. It's boring. And then they work for a little while. They're in the game for maybe 1-2 years, and then you know the circumstances. They're in jail. They're fucking caught up in the street. They're doing bullshit. They're not focused on their craft. They're not, you know what I mean? So,
All right. We're here, so fuck it. We're going to talk about it. The scene. 100%. You're right.
yeah.
You're right. And what I noticed back in 2011 was that a lot of the times niggas be complacent.
Yeah, absolutely.
You feel me? It's like the things you're supposed to do, the steps you're supposed to take in your career, people take it as like, oh, I made it.
Yeah.
Like if you get on one platform, you're supposed to keep going on platforms.
Yeah.
Not just go on one platform and then now you trying to shit on everybody else in the city or whatever the case, you know?
Yeah.
But it's not just Boston doing that. So I'm not just singling out the bean
No,
or nothing.
absolutely
A
not.
lot of cities are doing that. And that's not cool, bro. Like you got to keep putting in work. You heard? Like you got to keep putting in work. But there's a lot of people who are though. Shout outs to them. That's why they are where they are.
Right.
You know what I mean? And that's why you guys are stuck online complaining or talking crap or making podcasts to talk crap about certain artists because they put in the work and you didn't.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's all it is, man. I would love to see more artistic competition, meaning like, yo, if somebody drop a dope tape, drop 2 dope tapes. Somebody drop a dope video, drop 2, 3 video. Like, I want to see that, more of that.
I agree.
That's what I want to see. Like, people like, oh, okay, such and such has dropped. Like, for example, I'm gonna use his name. Oh, Millie's just dropped. Nigga, I'm about to, you know what I mean? I'm about to do my thing. So let me go in the studio. Da 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 da.
Yeah.
What? Bia just dropped? Word bet. You feel me? And like everybody who's still on the come up, start collabing, bro. Like all this ego should start collabing. There's a lot of people who are collabing. I'm not saying
Yes.
it's not happening. It's happening. I want to see more of that. So then now our names can be mentioned with the LAs, the New Yorks again. Because in the 90s, we were running shit.
Even, you know what?
Not running shit as like New York was running shit, but we
Right.
had our place.
But
From
even
89 to 90, Boston was doing it.
Yeah.
Shout outs to New Edition, BBD. You feel me? We was doing it. But then, you know, nobody else stepped up. We
Yeah.
needed more people to keep doing it.
And not to cut you off there, but even like 2016 scene, Boston was
Yeah.
about to be the fuck up out of there, right?
Right.
Really moving, really a lot of people putting on their boots, getting in the mud, really doing their work. And
Facts.
then
Facts.
it just, you know how that goes. It gets political. People don't mesh with these people. They don't mesh with these people. And most of the time, it's not even on no, oh, they did this and that to me. It's he say, she say, hearsay.
That's it. That's it.
I heard that they
That's
did
it.
this person dirty. I don't want to be done dirty either. Like,
Right.
if you don't want to be in the, you know, if you can't take the heat, get out the kitchen type shit.
Right. Or they see a tweet like somebody saying, oh, yeah, people in the city suck, and they take it personal.
If people back in the day went off of my personality as a person in real life based on my tweets,
Yeah.
I would not even be here. I would not even be here because I was cussing everybody and their mom out in 2012, 2013, whatever, young, dumb, just feeling like, for me personally, like just being a female in a man's game, like I always felt like I had that chip on my shoulder. I always felt like I had something to prove. And then one day, like, I just really realized I don't have nothing to prove to any of these people. I'm going to shut the fuck up. I'm going to stop complaining. I'm going to put in the work. And once I did that, I was booked fucking 4 or 5 days out of the week. Like,
Facts.
and that's just how it is.
Facts.
So let's go ahead and move into our get it off your chest segment. This is your segment right here. This is you want to get it off your chest, and this is going to be a weekly segment that Skom's going to bring us. So go ahead and get it off your chest.
Ain't none of y'all beating up a gorilla. Not nan one.
100 people?
Not nan one of y'all is beating up a gorilla. Okay, let's just stop it right there. Like I've been watching, like there's been podcasts and people online talking about this, and they're really adamant about this. Like,
Yeah.
they're saying it with their chest. Like they really like, oh, we could. No, you can't. No, you can't.
Now,
Okay, like you, like how, bro? Like people really think they can go against nature. Like, bro, it's nature, bro.
that's the argument that I see is like, how are you going to go up against nature? How are you going to go up against God or whoever you believe in, a higher source, if you will. Now, can those 100 people be UFC fighters? Can those 100 people be real professional fighters and actually fight that one gorilla?
Hold on. Okay. All right. The pound of force they have from their punch is between 1,300 to 2,700 pounds.
Okay. So that's like getting hit by a truck, essentially.
Now, I'm not saying that, yeah, one of them might get off. You hit the gorilla, bow. Gorilla looks at you, goes, stands up, you're dead. Everyone's dying. He beats his chest or she, you're dead. You're dying. Everyone. Okay? Like, stop it. Cut the shit. It's over. Debate over. I don't want to hear it no more. All this, stop, bro. Like, there's other shit like going on. Like, the economy's failing.
Right.
Like, there's real shit going on.
Real life shit going on.
And y'all talking about stop. Come on, son.
Yeah. Let's have some real debates and not no hypothetical debates.
Hypothetical fantasy shit. Yeah, it was cool for a day, ha ha he he. But like, come on. Like, we're entering the Hunger Games era. Okay?
Yeah.
Like, let's keep it real. Let's keep it real. We're entering the Hunger Games era. And y'all playing.
Yeah. It's getting nasty out here for sure.
I'm just saying, y'all playing.
Yeah. For me,
You know what I mean? I ain't gonna say too much, but y'all playing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But
I feel like just physically, you're not going to be able to do that. You're going to have to outsmart the gorilla in order to defeat the gorilla. And that's where humans come in. Not saying, obviously we know gorillas are the closest things, or, primates in general are the closest things to humans. But yeah, you're going to really have to trap or manipulate or trick that gorilla.
But that's in their nature, though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's like really in their nature. It's already embedded in them to do all that.
But 1 versus 100 brains.
2025 brains that are fried. And if they're UFC, they're fried.
Big time fried.
You feel me? So it's like, okay, yeah, what? You're going to put them in a lock? You're going to put a gorilla in a lock?
Right.
You're going to pin a gorilla down. Cool. You know what I mean? You know what? How about we end the debate and, hey, call Dana White. Do it.
Dana White would do some shit like that with his greedy ass.
I mean, the way content is going, we're entering the Gladiator phase 2.
I mean, look at Mr. Beast and what he's doing with his content, where he's doing that game show. And what's the prize? $1 million? People will sell their soul for some money.
Listen, sell their children. For sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so people need to cut the shit and worry about what's going on. Go to the gym. Get fit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Get right. Drink some water.
Get your weight up if you ever got to fight a gorilla in case.
Like, you're talking about a punch to the face is like getting hit by a truck.
Right.
That means if he punches you, you don't have a face.
Exactly right.
Your face is ground beef now, right? Now you're going to run for your life.
And that's if there's no nails involved.
Right. And teeth.
And teeth. Yeah.
Okay? He could just leap off the 3rd floor porch and just stomp on your chest and it's over. Obliterated.
I've watched
Dust.
Planet of the Apes.
And those are chimpanzees.
Exactly.
And they rip faces open. So what do you think a silverback gorilla going to do?
Right. Now,
okay.
Do you remember when that gorilla escaped Franklin Park Zoo?
I was Nook. Didn't me? I'm not playing. I heard about that. I went in the crib. I was like, you know what? I ain't hanging out tonight. There's a gorilla on the loose. Y'all bugging. People laughing. I want to see it. No, I remember. What? Not me. Y'all playing.
Nah.
That's nature.
Right. Didn't they shoot it down or tranquilize it or something?
Who knows?
I can't even remember. That was so long ago.
I really don't even. Yo, my nigga probably living in Mattapan right now, chilling. We have no idea. But that was crazy.
Yeah.
I remember that. Wow, that was like an era. Like what? I remember that.
Yeah.
Funny as hell.
And the zoo was bad after that. Nobody was going to the zoo for a minute after that.
Yo, Stashes was like empty for a little bit. Cause you know what I mean? They be like, yo,
Right.
Like niggas would still get slices and shit, but in and out. Niggas was just hanging out like, you know? You feel me? You feel what I'm saying? Like in and out, boom, boom, do their thing. But like what? Nigga Joe's on the loose, or
yeah,
whatever his name was.
Joe, whatever his name was.
Yeah, Joe, right? Something. Joe's on the loose. Yo,
it's crazy.
That's a Joe, man. That's a joke. He wasn't having it. Franklin Park Zoo was horrible. I'm sorry, Franklin Park Zoo. You know what I mean? If I just ruined any relationship with y'all, I'm sorry, but I have to keep it 100.
My
That's just
homegirl said,
sad.
when did that happen? That shit happened, what, 15 years ago ish? Maybe longer.
Shit.
It was a long time ago. But if you Google it, you'll see that shit was no joke. People were
Yeah, that was
scared.
crazy. Yo, I was like, what? How? What?
All right, let's go ahead and transition into our next topic here. We're gonna talk Millie's and his album review for Blanco 7. Did you get a chance to listen to it?
No.
Oof. Come on.
My bad. My bad.
Is that
I
because you
heard.
already have an opinion formed?
Shouts to Millie's, man. Word. Shouts to Millie's. Shouts to Millie's. Shouts to Cambridge too. I fuck with Cambridge. Shouts to, you know what I mean? He's doing his thing. Like, I can't hate him, boy. Like, he's doing his
Exactly.
thing, bro. Like, and the hate that, all right, let me give it 100. The hate he's been getting it.
He's getting it
This
right
ain't
now in
nothing
the
new.
chat. My
Huh?
homegirl said, please spare us. Cambridge native, too.
You feel me? Like, he's been getting this hate, so Millie's doesn't care at this point. Well, I'm praying he doesn't. Because if he does, bro, like, yo, bro, you're going to get the hate, my niggas. You've been getting it.
Yeah.
It's cool. You're doing it. You're doing your thing. Shout outs. You feel me?
Yeah.
Shout out to your album. Shout out to what you got going on.
Blanco 27 and a half.
So how you feel about it? It's just too much? Too many Blancos?
Yeah. That's just how I feel about it. And again, it's
Yeah.
not hate. I can celebrate. Let me choose my words here very particular and careful because I already know how my city gets.
Listen.
There's no hate
Facts.
behind what I'm saying.
Uh-huh.
By all means. But for me, it should have stopped at 5.
Okay.
I think that talking about the same thing is redundant.
Right.
The pain music is repetitive. Talking about the same things. Even he went on, I don't even know what radio station it was. It was, I think, a radio station out here in the West. Just Incredible.
Power 106?
Or Power 106. It was one of them. And
That's the Power 106.
he went and did a freestyle, and I usually love his freestyles. Like, and that's one thing I could say. Music aside, like, not music, but like album artistry aside, when he gets on that mic and he freestyles, like, he really be doing his thing. But even the freestyle, I'm like, I feel like I heard that bar before. I feel like I've heard that line before. I feel like I've heard him talk about said topic before. You know what I mean? So, like, for me,
all right, but a lot of artists do that.
they do. But that's where it's like, that's where the artistry comes in.
100%.
Just because you're getting melodic,
Yo, chill. Son.
it doesn't make it different. You're still rapping about the same or singing about the same shit. So for me,
chill,
I would have
man.
really liked to have seen him kind of get, because I feel like he capped at Blanco 5. Like, bro, you hit the charts. You brought people from Boston along with you, because now, and this is where I have respect for Millie's. Is Millie's is at a level that he's up, and he knows he's up. He doesn't have to put 8-Zip on a feature. He doesn't have to.
That's 8-Zip.
He doesn't have to, tap in with any of these people. Like, he doesn't, but he does it because he has love for the city. He has love for the game. He has love for the scene. He wants to he wants to elevate people and put them on. But
that's one thing. He's a 617 ass nigga.
And that's why I could never hit on him.
I give him that.
You could talk about his character or how he portrays himself. You could talk about his personality. You could talk about him thinking he's black and he's really a white boy and whatever the fuck you want to talk about. But you can't take away his credibility as far as music and what he's done for the city. Because nobody else has done that.
He's been putting in his work, bro. He's been putting in his work.
Yes.
Love him, hate him, whatever. But when it comes to this work ethic, he's been putting in his work, bro. Like,
and it's nonstop.
I can't. That's one thing about it. Like, I've never not seen his name since he came out. That's one thing I could say. Whether it's on the radio, it's somebody saying it, they know. So shout out to Millie's, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Shouts to him.
For me
But I
though,
feel you though.
album wise, he could have kept this respectfully. And like I said, it's not because it was trash. It's not because the production was awful. It's not because the music wasn't. It was just I've heard it before,
Right.
and I get it when you're in the game as long as he's been,
Yeah.
and you have experimented throughout your career. This motherfucker used to make techno music. Techno
Yeah.
music, for God's sake. So he has really explored avenues. So when he finally found his lane, did 120 down that bitch, and I don't blame him. But for me, it's like, bro, you're established. You made Jada proud. You made the city proud. Now it's like you can get out of that lane and start dipping into different things because now you have that credibility. I'm not saying go pop. I'm not saying go.
I mean, like, I feel like he can though if he wants to. That you're like what you're saying
Absolutely,
as well. Like he should. Like he can.
he can, and maybe that's not where
He's
he
a, he's
wants
a
to
he's a
go.
white boy who makes you know what I mean street music from Boston. Well, Cambridge, which everybody thinks is which you know how it goes.
We could
Everybody
dive
else
into that real quick.
outside of Mass is like Boston, but he always corrects it though. He always like I'm from Cambridge. You know what I mean? So that's one thing, you know.
Gets
But
annoyed
he
about it.
can.
Gets annoyed
Yeah.
about it actually.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like
So, and he can go pop. That's one thing. But I just pray he doesn't pull a Kid Rock. You know what I mean?
I think that's the part about it that like is why he's running this to the ground
I feel him. Yeah,
because
yeah,
as
yeah.
a white artist when you propel in hip hop, it's really hard. Pull a Kid Rock is crazy. You can't like once you propel and you go into something else, like pull a Post Malone, you can't do that. It's disrespectful to the culture. It's disrespectful to hip hop. It's disrespectful to the game. You can't do that because you're never gonna get forgiven for it.
You know Pink, the singer,
Of course,
Pink. I'm still tight.
she
Still
started
don't
out as
rock
an
with her.
R&B singer. Real ones,
Yeah,
no.
yeah.
The short
I'm still
pixie
tight.
cut.
Her, Justin Timberlake. I'm still. Oh yeah, but you know what? I'm gonna chill. I'm gonna chill. It's the first episode. We got time. But yeah, as long as he doesn't do that, and I feel you. That's why he's like, you know what? I'm gonna hold it down. I'm gonna run it to the ground like this nigga said. Run it to the ground. I'm gonna run it to.
You know who's a good example of somebody who dipped into a lane and came back?
Who?
Nelly.
Who?
Nelly did that one country song with Tim McGraw.
Got his bag.
Platinum, 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 platinum,
Hmm.
platinum like a motherfucker.
Oh, let me see if that shit ain't diamond, actually.
It might
But
be
yeah, go on.
diamond.
Listen,
But he dipped and he came back.
facts.
And even to the point, my homegirl, she just went to a Nelly show out here, and it was at a country bar, and she was like, "I'm so
Word?
glad Nelly's
Ooh.
getting his country bag because he's gonna be out here. I think sometime next. He's out here for a little while, clearly, because he has a show coming up. It's like Ashanti Lloyd, like all these like 2010,
What's it called?
2007 ass singers. I don't even know what it's
2007.
called. I know Ashanti's headlining it though. And it's
I
it's
mean,
in Oceanside, California.
I mean, you know, Ashanti ran an era.
She sure
You
did.
know what I mean? So she, you know, so Sean, shout out to Ashanti, man. But yeah, what? As long as he doesn't do that, full circle back to music. As long as he
Yeah.
doesn't do that, like he doesn't, you know what I mean? He'll be alright. But I feel you. We do need to see more his versatility. Feel me? That's what being an artist is about. That's what being, you
Yeah.
know, a rapper is about. Like
And I don't mean
you don't want to be in a
versatility
box.
sound wise. I mean versatility like genre, like not even genre, but like sub genre wise. Like
Right. Not switch up, but like show you can fuck around and do dope shit.
yeah,
For sure.
like
Yeah.
it's time for him to, in my opinion, retire the Blanco. Because at this point, it's not even giving Blanco no more. It's giving like sad boy pain music. And I think it's time to come up with a new series. because Blanco 8 is insane to me. Blanco Ocho is nuts. If he does that,
First of all, you just gave him an idea.
oh no. I hope I didn't.
So you're about to executive produce it.
A
Look
gear
what you
switch
just
would
did.
do him good. Exactly. Exactly. A gear switch would do him so fucking good. Like,
Nah, but hey, he probably has hella of them shits in the tank right now.
I know
So
he
you
has
never know.
music just fucking tucked away.
Yeah, yeah,
Tucked
yeah, yeah.
away. I would love to see
Well,
him do a little project like he did with his artists.
yeah.
Maybe open it up a little more, and because he had Jigs on there, he had G Nipsey on there.
Shout to them.
Dada the Dealer, I think his name is. So they were all on there kind of doing their music and whatever. If he did something more like that, but like with other people from the city that he's been tapping in with, I think that would
Yeah.
be dope. I think the city needs that. I feel like we're like overdue for like the mixtape feeling, you know?
It'd be hard if him and Smoke do a song
Oh my gosh. I agree.
again.
I agree. With
Because I feel like it's yo. I don't know if y'all watching this or ever watch this. Y'all should do that. Y'all both doing y'all thing. That would be dope for the city. You heard as like older heads doing it, and maybe the youngins will follow suit. Probably not because they don't give a fuck. But we gotta keep it real. They don't care. They do their own thing. Remember when we were young? We didn't care. What? Same thing. So, but if Smoke and Millie's, that'd be hard.
I agree.
My opinion. You know what I mean? My opinion.
I agree.
You know,
We
I
can
don't know the politics that's going on behind the scenes, but I think that'd be fire. That'd be hard.
let's
Yeah.
use that to transition into our next topic, which is
Right.
Smoke Bulja.
Oh yeah, when he did the
Benzino.
on the what the hell he freestyle,
First of all,
I think. I don't know.
I read this post and it was like, what the hell is the corniest shit in the world? But I can't stop saying it, and I feel that in my soul. Like,
Me personally, I don't say it, but I understand. I get it.
Yeah.
I like once I heard it, I'm like, ha ha, Rob 49, you got one. I get it.
yeah,
But come on, you feel me? Like, you know what I mean? For sure.
All right.
But yeah, no, trust to Smoke. He did his thing.
yeah. He did.
I was like, it came across my radar. You know how rare that is. So I had to go back. I was like, what the fuck? I seen the Boston Bruins jersey. I was like, nah.
Yeah, I seen him in the booth. He was wearing.
Yeah, I was like,
nine
nah, hold on.
chains.
Oh shit. What was it? I was like, oh shit. Let me hear this shit.
Um,
Oh, okay.
what
But
I
like him and Benzino, they've been going at it forever. That's not new.
okay.
That's like it's like 50 and Ja. Like that's the 50th Ja to Bean. Like they're never
I'm
gonna.
not too familiar with that beef. If
Yeah, it's a lot of politics. I'm not getting into. We're
Yeah.
not getting into that. This
Okay.
is not this type of podcast.
Yes,
You heard?
yes.
Go to them politic podcasts. They'll let you know what's.
or go
This is
go
not
on
that.
Reddit and you can maybe
Yeah,
figure
yeah,
out.
yeah. Do all that. This ain't nah, babe.
All right, we don't have to
Mm-mm.
dive into that. Let's
Yeah, no, but on the surface level, yeah,
Yes.
they've been had beef. It's been going on. Like this is nothing new.
everybody beefs with Benzino, and that's my question: is why?
Nigga, I used to troll Benzino.
Everybody troll
What?
Benzino. My boy from Lynn, shout out to C Wells, had a whole beef with Benzino and then put it in a song.
Yo.
Like,
He rashed me on the yo. I told
what
him
he
so
does.
bad. He told me to call him. He's like, call my line. I was like, oh shit, damn. So I called him and he just rashed me. Positively though, you know what I mean? Very positively. It
Okay.
was like he was dropping some game, but I didn't care at that time. Well, nigga, it was Benzino. Nigga, I was
right.
rashing.
But did that make you have a little bit of respect?
Yeah, but at the same time, I'm like, damn. I think a lot of the things that's being said about him like really gets to him. You
Yeah,
feel me?
oh,
That's what
yeah.
I felt at the time. This is like 2011. This is like 18,000 years ago. This is eons
And
ago.
I think the reason why it gets to him is because if you know, you know. Benzino is really, he's really about that life.
Yeah,
So when
For sure.
when people question
Yeah.
gangsta, like he's like, bro, like you don't, and that kind of goes back to like the reputation that Boston kind of has, where like people think it's a white Irish city. They don't really know
Right.
about the way that things kind of go down, and
right.
I feel like that's every Boston person. They get so fucking upset when
Right.
people talk about the city and like how they downplay it.
Right.
But and you know what's crazy? I'm actually rewatching Love and Hip Hop right now, just like on a fun binge, and like him and Stevie, whatever him and Stevie J, they
Oh my
fought at the
god, I forgot
reunion.
about that era, son.
Bro,
Oh,
Benzino was
oh
not
my
letting up.
god.
Foot on necks, and that's not a Benzino neck joke. I'm just saying. Foot on neck. Like,
Oh
he
no.
really, yeah, like, he was not playing around.
All right, I'm gonna tell you where Benzino fucked up.
Yeah, please. Because that's going to be my follow-up question is, where
Yeah,
did the respect get lost?
and everybody gonna probably agree. The city chat going after Eminem. Are you dumb,
Yeah.
bruh? First of all, at the time he was hot as fish. Listen, Eminem couldn't be touched at that particular moment in time. It didn't matter what he did; no one cared. I know a lot of people now, especially a lot of like niggas be like, "Oh, now I was to listen to Eminem." You're lying.
Lying
Yes, you were.
like a
We
motherfucker.
were bumping M, bro.
And if you weren't,
All of
jamming
us.
94.5 was.
You feel me? So I don't want to stop it. You know what I mean? So let's cut the shit. But yeah, so when he came at Eminem, like I remember, yo, they played it on Jimmy. First of all, that's when you know. You feel me? I remember I was right there on the block chilling on Hyde Park Ave. It was 7 in the morning. I can't believe I'm really telling this story right now. It's
Please.
seven.
This is what we're here
It was
for.
like 7 in the morning, right before school. It was like five of us. We were just chilling, listening to the radio, and that came on, and I was like, "Yo, no, he didn't, bro." I was so mad. I was so mad. I was hurt. Like I was because it was bad. It was just like, yo, bro, it's Eminem. Just stop. Like he could have sent anybody. He could have got the Made Men niggas because they're nice.
Yeah.
Shout out to Made Men. They nice. Like they went toe to toe with the Locks. In the day, like you know how hard it is. Like it's the Locks, my nigga. You don't. You feel
And
me?
listen, my favorite group of all time, Dipset.
All right, we're not getting into that right now because I'm still heartbroken.
I'm
So we're
heartbroken
not gonna
about
get.
it too, but the facts are the facts. The
But it's
facts
the
are
Locks
the
though.
facts.
But
Exactly.
it's
And
the
that's
Locks
what I'm
though.
saying. Nobody stands a chance. Like,
It's the what? It's like
it's the
yo.
super group you never thought was gonna be a super group type shit.
Facts. Oh, I got it wrong. I downloaded the Benzino disc, but they played Eminem's on the radio.
Okay.
That's what happened.
Well,
Because I remember. Because you know it's Eminem. So
exactly.
Eminem's what?
This is what I can compare it to, and this is just today's news.
Oh Jesus Christ! Here we go.
Jeff Bezos is ready
Oh
to
God.
post the tariffs on
Oh my God.
Amazon pricing.
And Trump's like, what?
Huh? You're doing
You gonna
what?
do it?
Where?
Oh,
Exactly.
yeah,
That
yeah.
that was
Perfect. Perfect. That's exactly yes.
yeah.
Exactly.
At the end of the
What?
day, yes, Benzino, everything you was saying was correct. Yes, he was saying
Yeah, it's
he
all
was
facts.
saying the N-word.
The delivery.
He
It's
was
the
doing
delivery.
this and that. But
It's the
when somebody
delivery.
is so powerful like that and so high and mighty and they're running the game, it doesn't matter what they're doing. They are in power. They have every single way to shut you the fuck down and shut you the fuck up. And unfortunately, that's what happened.
Yo, Benzino could have just did a boss move and been like, I'm not putting him in my magazine.
Exactly. I don't
You
agree
did
with what
just
you stand for.
there's your stand.
That's freedom of press.
That's it. You stand on business, all that. You good. There's your stance, all that. You good. You made your statement. You boss. That was a boss move. You know what I mean? I don't agree with him. Whatever. Blah blah blah.
Yeah.
That's it. But you wanted to rap against the nigga who's hot. Listen. All right. Here's another one. Nelly and KRS-One had beef, right? Because Nelly had a song called Number One. Listen, this beat, like, I remember when this beef happened. So when Nelly reset it on Drink Champs, it was hilarious to me. But seriously, they had a, you know what I mean? So it's like, KRS-One, bro. Nelly's hot as fish grease. Yes, you are the teacher. You're KRS motherfucking one. Yes, we love you to death. Hip hop. Woo, we out here. Listen, when a nigga hot as fish grease, leave him alone or leave her alone. Don't. It's not going to work unless you got something.
Yeah.
Unless you got an ether. I love you, Hope. I love you to death. Come on. I love you to death, Hope.
Yes.
Shout out to Nas. I love Nas too. But you know what I mean?
But notice how that's the one song that we reference
Right.
because that's the only song that was
Hmm.
successful.
Yo,
You know how hard it is to come at somebody with so much stature and so much power? Nas was one in a million. That's why that is the greatest diss song of all time because it
right.
wasn't supposed to be the greatest diss song of all time.
Nah. And Nas was just fucking around, but killing niggas. That's the thing. Like you could, Nas wasn't what? He was like what?
Right.
You what? Like damn, Nas. I was like shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like yo, like that beef separated friendships, bro.
It
Like
sure did.
I, I was on Hope's side. One of my homies was on Nas' side, and we haven't talked since sixth grade. Dead ass, dead ass, nigga. Love you to death wherever you at. But yeah, nigga, I'm
when
still Rockefeller.
when that happened, I was a little like too young to really like grasp what was going on, but like
Yeah,
that's a beef that you can I'm sure there's a million YouTube documentaries on that beef. If you
nigga,
really
that show's
go
on the
back
radio.
and educate yourself on it, like
Yeah,
you you have the knowledge, go ahead and do it. But like that shifted the game.
bro, it went so bad. Niggas had to like rekindle. Like yo, we gotta sit down because it's just getting serious. All right.
Yeah, like it was fucking up the bag.
Yeah, that's what the whole and Nas was like, all right, my nigga, like, yo, this is content, y'all. This is content.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, all right, like, chill out. This is content. We're just fucking around. Haha, we cool. See,
Yeah.
black Republicans. Woo!
Ah!
You feel me?
Facts.
Yo,
Oh
that's
man.
to them though.
All right, let's go ahead and transition over into our next topic here. I have not watched it. I told
What?
you I haven't been to the movies
Oh,
since
shit. Sinners.
maybe 2021, 2022, when that latest Batman movie dropped with Robert Patterson, I think his name is,
Oh,
and Lenny Kravitz's daughter.
dude from Twilight.
Yeah. Because
Yeah,
I went to go watch that shit opening weekend, not
yeah.
on a Friday, on a Saturday at like 1 in the afternoon.
Hmm.
And the theater was so eerie. The feeling in there, I said, yo, today might be my last day I watch anything.
Yes.
Because the feeling in there was scary as fuck. Me and my girl walked out of there. We looked at each other and we said, did you feel? Okay, we're on the same page. We have not
Right.
been to the movie since.
What theater? You mind saying the theater?
Burlington? AMC?
It would be
It
Burlington.
would be Burlington, exactly. So,
Burlington AMC is definitely a little creepy. No funny shit.
yeah, it was not a,
A little too quiet.
it was not a good feeling. Like, and it was a long
Wow.
movie, so I'm kind of like looking around
Yeah.
the guy in the trench coat. I'm
This
kind of
nigga.
like scoping out the where's my nearest exit. Like,
Yo.
yeah. So, kind of chime me in a little bit on what the movie's about, why everyone's going so crazy over it, and give me your opinion.
I mean, it's just a dope movie. It's like on a surface level, because like I can't really deep dive because then
That's a
it's gonna
whole.
get
That's
you know what I mean. That's a whole yeah.
from what I
But like on a
understand.
surface level, it's a really like it's a dope movie if you like vampire type movies. Like one of my favorite vampire movies, obviously, is Blade and shit.
Yep.
So if you like that type of shit, you're gonna fuck with this movie. A lot of action, a lot of It's a really if you know type of movie. There's a lot of things that was being said or was being done in there. If you hit, you hit.
Yeah.
If you not, go get hit. Like that type of shit. You feel me?
Yep.
But the reason I fucked with it, I fucked with it heavy. I'm about to go see it again. But is because it's based on true events. I'm not gonna give Ryan, because I see what Ryan Coogler, I seen what he did, and I'm not gonna, it's not my place to say it, but it's dope. It's based on true events.
Okay.
You know what I mean? A lot of people think it's just all fake. Nah, a lot of that shit was true, and yeah, it's a dope movie. Like, yeah, that's my take on it because I don't want to give too much because I really want to go in right now. But
Okay.
yeah, the movie's fine.
Okay.
If you fuck with vampires, it's still an acquired taste though. It's not for everybody.
I was gonna say, so like,
Yeah, it's not. I'm not saying like yo, but try it out. If you fuck with it, fuck with it. If you're not, because a lot of people don't fuck with it. It's like nah.
I've heard mixed reviews. I've heard mixed reviews.
100%. I heard mixed reviews. 100%.
But respectfully, when I say
Yeah.
this, respectfully,
Yeah.
I feel like the people who said it was whack are
Yeah.
not really that woke to begin
Oh yeah,
with.
they ain't. Yeah.
So
They ain't in the know.
maybe
Yeah.
they couldn't really grasp what was being put down.
Yeah. Right. On a surface level, it's cool. It's nice. Oh, it's a vampire. Like that's what you. Oh, it's a vampire movie. Oh, okay, I get it now. Like you know what I mean. But like, if you know, you're like, nah.
Right. Yo, thank you so much for
You're
the
like,
bits.
yo. Word.
Not to cut you off. Thank you for the bits. We got 6 people watching on Twitch right now. We live,
That's
we
young.
active.
I could have been anywhere in the world.
But you're
Right
here with us. Exactly.
We appreciate that. For sure.
All right.
Word.
Let's go ahead and dive into our next topic since you don't want to ruin movies and shit.
Yeah, no. I ain't gonna do that to people.
All right. Let's talk about this Shannon Sharp bullshit.
Yo, he's bugging out.
All right. Give me
I love you to death, man.
give me a little bit of the detail on what you gather is going on.
Well, this is my little take of what I've seen through clips and shit. So basically, dealing with a very young lady, of age but young, like 20,
Okay.
19, 20, OF model.
Teen.
He's like fifth year.
19.
something.
Teen.
Yeah. When you hit that teen, it is even that 20. It's like 20. Shit, there's no. You know what I mean?
You
There's
can't buy a drink at the bar, bitch.
like shit. But, so, so basically, he was dealing with her. Blah blah blah. To me, it just sounds like extortion. He was dealing with her.
Okay.
She has a manager. Manager's probably like, yo, you need to get this much out of him. And she's probably like, I only got this much. And he's like, no, now we're going to court, all this stuff. And
Okay.
So you did. You know what I mean? That's what I feel like. Is that the facts? No. Is that my opinion? Yes. Is he right? Fuck no. Because he's wilding. You're too old to be, you know what I mean? You're
Yeah.
too old and you have too much opportunity and money and all that bullcrap to be dealing with.
To be
You know what I'm
to be
saying?
chasing that.
Bro, that's why a lot of these people with bread, not talking about Shannon Sharp in particularly, but other people with money, they really ain't, happy or secure
Right.
with themselves. You feel what I'm saying? But that's needless here and there, you know what I mean? But that's just how I feel about it. But he's wilding.
Now, is that shorty that he went live on Instagram with?
Yo, before we went live, I was thinking about that. That's hilarious. I was like, mad weird, right? I was like, yo,
Because that's what I understood from the situation was
that'd be crazy.
she was,
Is her name Michelle?
I have no idea, but that was what I understood about it was that's the girl that he went live with, and that's why she was trying to get money out of him was because he did that on purpose to manipulate the situation and make her stay. That was what I understood was
Nah, hold on. What?
you
Yo,
you
if
let me
that's
know.
the case- If that's the case, yo, what we doing? Like, come on, bro. Like, how many shows does this dude have? Like 1 million? He has mad shows, and they're like not little, like you know what I mean? Like he's really doing his thing out here. On top of that, he's a legend. Like,
Yeah, he is. And he's been really doing his thing lately with his podcast. I didn't realize that he's had that podcast for a long time. And he just started to really take off with it
Get
last
traction?
year. Yeah. which
Which one? His or the nightcap?
his.
Okay.
Yeah.
The nightcap just came along.
I have no idea, to be honest. I'm only really familiar with the Club Shay Shay.
Yeah, real talk. That shit just popped up on my algorithm.
Out of
Like Ocho
nowhere.
Cinco's doing podcast.
Once Cat Williams got on there,
Oh yeah, for sure.
all it takes is that one good guest, you know?
That's it. That's it. But like, have you watched it after that though? Ever since? And her name's Gabby, by the way, the model.
Okay, so that's
Her
not the
name's
same girl.
Yeah.
I think I've watched an episode or two. I watched like more so clips, cause his show be long as fuck. Like, so I watched like the clips of like when he had Cash Doll on there. He had Coco Jones on there. He was trying to play in Coco Jones' face, and she really had to let him know about himself. I don't remember what the situation was, but.
And then he started doing that weird kiki laugh. Like
Nah,
every time
I
he gets
think
caught
he
up.
was
That nigga Shannon
at,
Sharp's funny.
and don't quote me on this, please, but he was kind of
Yeah.
asking her like
Whoa.
if people be like flirting with her or some shit, or like I don't remember exactly what it was, but she
On
was
camera.
and she was kind of like
Even off camera is weird, but like on
Yeah.
camera is crazy.
for me personally, my opinion is as a woman, I'm always gonna believe the woman until there's no reason to believe the woman, aka it comes out that she's fabricating the story.
Bro put himself in that predicament.
And I agree, he put himself in that situation. I don't know what his past life was with his wife and whatever and whoever or whatever the fuck, but yeah, you are in a 2025 clout chasing era of life. And when you have money and stature like that, you cannot just put your beefcake in anybody.
She said beef.
And that's just what it is.
No, for real though. Like I don't know. People don't pay attention
No.
to history or nothing. It's like the same shit.
Yeah,
People
history
just keep
repeats
doing
itself.
it.
Exactly.
But they don't learn. It's just the bread.
Yeah.
The bread makes them delusional, and that's real. I really feel like that. Like the bread, if you don't have a good mental all the way, the bread,
Right.
It's gonna take over you like a leech.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Bro, he's wilding. Like he's wilding. Whether it is a play from her, he's wilding for being in that situation. I mean,
Yeah. All right. Apparently, my mic is not loud enough. So I just lowered you just a smidge so people can hear me a little more. I'm actually about to just unplug this mic real quick and just use my computer because what the fuck if it allows me to, which it's not. So I'm just going to kind of scream a little bit. Can you hear me fine?
yeah, I hear you.
Okay, you can hear me fine. All right.
Yeah, facts.
Let's get into our last topic of the night, which is the blog era. I know you wanted to talk about this and you wanted to, touch base on it a little bit.
I want to apologize to everybody who never experienced the blog era.
Yeah.
It
Our
that
genuine, our genuine, sincerest apology.
that was our golden era ish. Like you know how the '90s is the real golden era, obviously, but the blog era. Listen, there was nothing like it. Great music, so much creativity.
Now,
You know what I mean?
are we putting LimeWire and the blog era in the same category?
I mean that's kind of birth.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That birthed all that. You know what I mean? Well, actually,
Because
it's gonna get
LimeWire
deep.
died and then
Napster.
you had to go to the blog.
We got to think Napster.
Napster.
That changed the whole everything.
Everything.
Life.
Now,
And
do
he's
you
from
think it
Brooklyn.
changed it for better or for worse?
Shit.
Because if you ask an artist from the 80s, they're going to tell
they
you
fucked
it's
up.
worse.
Yeah, as an independent, as an artist, as a creative, yes, it's better.
I agree.
But for you to control your artist and tell them like you know what I mean to really lock them in. Yeah, it's horrible. Oh my god, no.
Yeah.
You can't have physical copies.
Right.
You know what I mean? Even though like Physical Copies was cool. Like I loved it. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But a dude from Brockton changed everything. That's crazy.
Yeah.
He had to be from Mass. Like,
And
and I bet
who are you
you,
talking about for the
yo,
people who don't know?
allegedly, dude from who created Napster.
Okay. I
He's
didn't
from
know he was
Brockton.
from Brockton. I knew he was from
Yeah,
Mass.
somewhere from Mass. Somewhere from Mass. But yeah, the rumor was he's from Brockton and he made Napster. Something about his shorty leaving. You know, one of them
Yeah,
stories. Like, oh
yeah.
my god, I'm sad. I'm about to be a millionaire on niggas. And they end up
Yeah.
doing. That was a rumor. Is that a fact? I don't know. That's been a rumor forever. That's
Uh-huh.
what niggas been saying. So I don't know. But yeah, that's crazy. Napster. Yeah, Napster changed everything. But the blog era, dude, I'm telling you, like, we had Community 54. We had all those dope ass like the Middle East in Boston or in Cambridge. You feel me? You had all these places people would go, and you had photographers, directors, just everybody just in one spot, just doing their thing. You feel me? Like South by Southwest when that first popped off, like I always wanted to go there. Now I don't care. But
Watered
back
down.
then, what? Huh?
Watered down.
Yeah.
It's not
It's
what
like Coachella.
yeah, it's
Remember Coachella in the blog era? That was like, oh. If you made Coachella, you made it
yeah.
back then. You know what I mean? Now it's like, you know what I mean? There was the SOBs, man.
Facts. Wait,
You feel me?
let me touch back on Middle East though. If
Yeah.
you had an artist that you fucked with
Mm-hmm.
from the blog era, the Wiz Khalifa's, the Kendrick Lamar's, the Mac
Mm-hmm.
Millers, when they were coming
Mm-hmm.
through to Middle East,
Mm-hmm.
you wanted to go to that show because you knew in your mind, if they're coming to Middle East and they're selling out this show in 5 years, they're gonna be the fuck out of here. They're not even gonna be
Yeah, facts.
booking at Middle East.
Facts.
Which I can't believe they was trying to sell Middle East.
Yo.
I can't believe they had the balls to try to sell that shit.
Listen, Middle East is a staple
It's
though.
a staple.
You gotta give it
Even
up.
even if Leeds is charging $1,000 for people to fucking perform there. No disrespect
Yo,
to
shout out to
Leeds.
Leeds, bro. I remember when Leeds first came. Yo, that's crazy. Shout out to Leeds.
Yeah. But you knew, like, when they was coming through the Middle East, you better get your fucking ticket. Because
Facts.
they're not coming back there twice unless they're...
Listen. Remember when Wiz came to City Hall?
I do. I didn't go, but
I
I
wasn't there. I
remember
wasn't
it.
there. Yeah, I remember. I wasn't there.
Yeah.
I was,
Mac Miller,
I
too.
was in. I was in the trap. It was like, yo.
Somebody else just did a recent free
That's Wiz.
show.
I love Wiz.
I'm trying to think who it
Where?
was.
Was it like that? Oh, Tyler.
Yes.
On the Converse. The
On top of Converse on Newberry Street. Yeah.
Yeah. I was hot. I was hot. I wanted to see that nigga. Shout out to my nigga Tyler.
But
Man.
it's
I love
funny
Tyler.
because times change because
Widow ass nigga. Love him to death,
last year, I'm trying to think of who they had there last year, and I was like, the fuck? Shabuzi. Remember when the
Shabuzi.
playoffs
Shout
came
out to
around last
Shabuzi,
year?
bro. Yeah. Shout out to
He was
Shabuzi.
performing. I'm like, we're booking country artists in the middle of fucking City
Look
Hall
at
now.
you.
That was crazy to me. I'm like, okay, Boston's different now. Like,
Yo, Super's crazy. You just saying what?
I was
Who?
thoroughly confused.
Nah, it's hilarious. Nigga said who?
Yeah, we're saying
Yeah.
blog. What Tumblr? Did you ever use Tumblr for your
Ooh,
music?
what? Tumblr was that? What? Tumblr was a if you know, you know then.
Yes.
Now it's Tumblr. But back then, if you know, you know. You was on what?
I used
The
to have my
Tumblr?
posts queued up.
Man.
Queued
What?
the fuck up. My queue was stacked. I'm not on, but I'm
Listen.
on. You feel me?
What? What?
But
Tumblr. Oh my god.
back to the blog, hot new hip hop, and this
Hot new
is
hip-hop.
when you used to be able to go in. You click on whatever. Let's just say Wiz Khalifa cushion orange juice. You click on it. They had the
Yeah.
fucking download link right there. Download this
Right there.
bitch. Download it.
Right there.
Download it. MySpace was lit too.
Live mixtapes. All that.
MySpace was what really got me into music at first. I used to have this little music page, and I used to fucking upload songs that did not fucking belong to me, just to, just to have the a playlist in rotation.
Nigga, we was coding.
Yeah, we was coding.
and we didn't even know. We just wanted to make our page fire.
Facts.
You feel me? That's all they. And niggas was literally coding, bro.
It's crazy.
That's crazy. Yo, literally making. We made the niggas made a website from scratch.
Yeah.
That's what MySpace was. It was like a layout. Yep. For people who don't know.
Don't get me wrong, I do love like having Apple Music and just being like, I can, if as long as you upload to this shit, like your music is accessible. But I do miss like being able to have all my music in one space. Like the music that I know isn't going to be on Apple Music because like it's copyright or, you know, they ain't clear the sample or whatever the case is.
Yeah.
I still have a hard drive full of music from fucking SoundCloud and all that shit.
Yeah, see?
They don't even have iTunes no more on the fucking MacBook.
Yo, listen.
That shit broke my fucking heart.
Listen. Man. Shit's different, bro.
Yeah, it is.
Shit's different.
iTunes is still on the Mac. If you have it, I don't think you can download it anymore. I don't think you can go in and download it.
And it's not even like compatible with your phone.
It's not.
Yo, it's different.
They caught on. They said, yeah, you want this illegal music? Fuck you.
Yeah, facts. Facts, bro. Like making a playlist on the CD, putting your whip. All that was a vibe. Like that whole era. Like
Facts.
Downloading, pushing orange juice and putting it on the CD. Or, you know what I mean, Mac Miller. Or me, I was listening to Section 80.
Oh
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
you know what I mean? Like,
I was listening to Nipsey before Nipsey
Mad
was
Nipsey.
Nipsey.
Facts.
All the
Like,
old
niggas
Wayne
didn't know, like,
tapes,
what?
French Montana tapes,
Come on, man.
all the Fab tapes.
And that Fab era, like the resurgence of Fab era,
Yes.
was like, yo,
Rest in peace to Dat Piff too.
damn.
Rest in
son.
peace to Spinrilla.
Damn.
I was 3 times platinum on Spinrilla.
Spinrilla.
I was dropping million view mixtapes on Spinrilla. I wish I had all that. They fucking got rid of the whole website.
Yeah, they're out. Damn, that Piff too. Like you just said. Damn.
If you
son.
didn't download that shit is in the wind. You're going to have to go on Reddit to find that shit or whatever the case is.
That fucking sucks.
All right, let's go ahead and wrap up our show here. We got a little announcement for you guys. We're going to be doing a segment on, I think we agreed on Thursdays. We're going to be doing music video reactions and reviews. That's going to be a part of what we provide. So anybody who has a music video that needs to be watched, we are here for input and vibes. The only thing I'm gonna say about that, I don't want to watch no fucking music video from over a month ago.
Wow,
Respectfully, like I don't want nobody hitting me up. Yo, watch my latest music video, and that shit's 2 years old. I'm not doing it. Go shoot a new video and come back. We could do that then.
I thought you was about to diss drill again.
What?
I thought you was about to diss drill again.
No.
Because you know you don't fuck with drill.
No, that could be a topic for next week. We could talk about why I don't fuck with drill.
Definitely. Yeah.
We'll
we got
come
to
to
get into that.
Because that's going to be a 30-minute segment with the way I'm feeling about it. So we're going to start doing that next week on Thursday, every Thursday. And you can catch us here doing that. That's probably... We'll probably drop it on YouTube. I don't see why not. Hopefully they don't hit us with a copyright. I doubt it, though.
Yeah, right.
Because we can react.
We'll be all right.
There's not a problem with that.
Right.
We'll be back here. What'd you say? Sorry.
Now, so we just got to figure it out. There's probably some, like, you know.
Yeah. Silver lining type shit.
Yeah.
We'll be back here next week on Tuesday again, 6 p.m. Pacific time, 9 p.m. Eastern time. And we'll be having a special guest, our first guest, which is exciting. So make sure you tune into that. And let's go ahead and do our wrap up. You have anything to?
Whatever your mic. Now I can hear you.
You can't hear me?
Now I can hear you.
Okay, I was gonna say fuck.
I was about to say, of course.
And this is
Yeah,
absolute trial and error right here. We are working through the
Right.
kinks. We are, you know, smoothing things out.
Word,
So
facts.
thank you everybody for putting up with my low volume. I'm fucking screaming at this point, but
All right, what'd you say though? My
let's
bad.
wrap it up. Anything you want to say?
Yo, shout out to y'all. Shout out to y'all for coming
Facts.
through. Shout out to you, Super. Shout out to me.
Facts.
Shout out to us. We doing it
Yes.
for real. Um, a whole lot of new everything on the way. Trust me. A whole lot of
Absolutely.
new everything.
Yeah, like I said in the
So,
beginning of the show, this is something we've
yeah,
been talking about for a long time.
facts.
Something we've been manifesting, really, you know, putting our effort into. So I'm glad we are finally seeing it come to fruition.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I was like, yo, you do that because I'm not messing that up. All right, well, you go ahead. Nah, for real though, a lot of behind the scenes work. That's what, like, people really think this just happens. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like,
and
a
this is
lot of behind the scenes work.
this is something that's different. This is we don't have a studio to sit in and physically do this because I'm not
Right.
back home. So like being
Not
able,
yet.
not yet. We'll have an episode like that eventually.
Facts.
It's gonna
That's
be
just
low
yeah.
fucking key though.
Yeah.
We're not
That
letting
will be.
nobody know about that. Only
Right.
our guest if
Right.
we have one, maybe two. But
Yeah.
yeah,
That shit gonna be fire though.
it
Facts.
is absolutely yeah. For me personally, I'm glad we got to do this. I appreciate everybody who pulled up on Twitch, Kick, YouTube. We're everywhere.
Facts. That's all y'all.
We're absolutely everywhere. So
We're absolutely everywhere.
if you
All bases.
if you
I fuck with it.
missed any of this at all, you'll be able to see the full episode on Friday on YouTube. Excuse me, on YouTube. If you wanted to watch it early, you can go ahead and subscribe to the Patreon.
Facts.
You pay a little subscription every month. You get the episodes first. You get them unedited, unfiltered. No advertisements. That's major because YouTube. I don't pay for YouTube Premium. I don't care if it's
Word?
99 cents. Because
I
I don't watch it enough.
can't hear the ads. I can't do it.
I feel you. And some people are like that. So if you're one of those people, if
Yeah.
you're like Skom and you hate the fucking advertisements, the
I hate
Patreon
the
is perfect
ads.
for you. Unless you're going to pay for
Word.
YouTube
Do it.
Premium.
Do it.
Or you're going to
'Cause that
catch
shit be
us at 6
annoying.
p.m., 9 p.m. sharp
Right.
on Tuesdays.
Facts.
I appreciate everybody who came out. Thank you to everyone who participated in the chat. We thoroughly appreciate you.
Real.
And I think that's all I got to say. I'm ready to sign off when you are.
Yo. Peace, love, and happiness.
Absolutely. Peace, love, and prosperity.
Oh, yes. You know that.
All right. And we'll see you guys next Tuesday with our guest.
Yes, sir.